Although Norwich were defeated by Liverpool at Anfield and Chelsea at Carrow Road, Daniel Farke's team have impressed with a commitment to the attacking football that saw them promoted from the Championship. Teemo Pukki scored 5 goals in his first 3 Premier League games for the Canaries, and his movement and finishing has gone some way to settling the debate around whether the Championship's top scorer last season could make the step up to the Premier League. Emile Buendia has also excelled, setting up 2 of Pukki's goals with crisp through balls, while younger left winger Todd Cantwell also has 2 assists for Pukki goals. Pukki has assisted Cantwell once. Norwich have retained the 4-2-3-1 that served them so well in the Championship. They press high and aggressively, looking to pin opponents into the corner with intelligent responses to pressing triggers such as balls passed horizontally to the fullbacks. The mid-block also features pressing and sees Norwich assume a 4-4-2 with Marco Stiepermann pushed up alongside Pukki or Tom Trybull dropping behind the midfield 4. The wide players will still look to push up, while the midfield 2 also try to compact the space and mark passing lanes. New signing Moritz Leitner is adept at this, while Trybull tends to anchor and try to prevent too much space opening up in front of the back 4. The aim, as with all pressing, is to win back the ball while the opponents are in transition and therefore not themselves in a compact defensive shape. While teams tend to want to defend with a compact line or lines, once the ball has been regained, they move apart, trying to lose their opponents and find space in which to receive a pass. These spaces are what pressing teams want to exploit, should they be able to regain possession with the press, and Norwich are well suited to this. In attack, Norwich still derive much of their width from the fullbacks, Max Aarons and Jamal Lewis, while Ben Godfrey excels at bringing the ball forwards to bypass the opposition press and open up passing opportunities. Norwich look, where possible, to attack the wide channels at pace or create probing vertical passes forwards. A fine example of this was Pukki's finish against Chelsea, where Hanley's quick movement to the right opens a passing lane up the pitch to Cantwell. He moves it onto Buendia, who carries and then slides a pass in behind the Chelsea defence to Pukki, who finishes. Pukki's run to take Buendia's pass against Chelsea was fairly direct and vertical, and one of the reasons that these two work together so well is that the Argentinian midfielder can anticipate Pukki's movement, which is often at an angle to the direction of Buendia's pass. Against Liverpool, Pukki's run is fairly straight, but as with his pass against Chelsea, Buendia's through ball is at a right angle to the Finnish striker's run. Pukki positions himself well between 2 Liverpool defenders, and as Henderson steps out a fraction to close or mark a pass inside, Buendia is able to angle a perfect pass behind him and between the 2 defenders. Pukki's run begins at almost the exact moment that Buendia plays the pass, leaving Liverpool no time to react to the movement in behind. And this movement in behind and the use of vertical passes at an angle to runs is also clear from Norwich's 3rd against Newcastle. Buendia receives the ball in space and plays a 45-degree pass up the field, bypassing 2 Newcastle defenders to find Stiepermann. As the German midfielder receives the pass, both Cantwell and Pukki set off on angled runs that take them behind Newcastle's defenders, while Stiepermann's pass is totally vertical. Cantwell then sets up Pukki, who finishes well. The off-the-ball movement, combined with a willingness and an ability to play vertical progressive passes that bisect opposition players, is key to Norwich's attack. But also key is that Norwich players make runs that are at angles to the passes. A 45-degree pass for a straight run, a straight pass to meet an angled run. This requires excellent anticipation and skill to execute from the passer, and intelligent movement and understanding from the runner. When done at pace and with other runners making movements that distract the defence, as with the 3rd goal against Newcastle, it makes it very hard for defenders. Pukki's willingness to consistently make runs in behind, combined with Buendia's superb ball carrying and passing, make Norwich's right-hand side a particular threat. Buendia's ability to drive with the ball adds dynamism and puts defenders on the back foot. However, the role of Cantwell on the left shouldn't be overlooked, and the passing of Norwich's deeper players is also crucial. Nor is this the only way that Norwich attack, as they can push wide with pace and deliver crosses, either low and pull back as with Pukki's assist for Cantwell, or deeper. Norwich are a dynamic attacking side who press well and move intelligently with and without the ball. Whether they'll compromise some of their attacking and pressing instincts as the campaign continues remains to be seen, but for now, the Canaries are sticking to what saw them promoted and playing some wonderful football.